All right. I have a funny story for you. I am Jacqueline, and I have been matching singles, coaching singles, working with singles for a very, very long time. And recently I had a situation that made me wonder, do other people have this happen? Okay, so to set the scene, I recently moved back to a neighborhood that I lived in a few years ago. And I ran into an ex that I've seen every once in a while. Somehow, always when I happen to be in the neighborhood, we seem to cross paths. But it's always been very friendly and very appropriate and just lighthearted. And every once in a while, he'll try to get my attention and see if I'll have more of a conversation. Well, finally, I said, okay, let's catch up. It's been a while. No harm, no foul. He's a totally good person, just not my match. And from, I don't know, 6, 8 years ago. And so he asked me to meet him up for a drink, catch up, chat. I was like, yeah, it's been a long time. How are you doing? You know, the conversation we had when we ran into each other was short and quick. So it was thought an idea would be nice to just have a real conversation. So we start talking and we're having some drinks and just chatting and catching up with the basic stuff. And then before I know it, he's telling me that he's in a relationship, but he is looking for some more passion. He loves her dearly, but there's just no passion. And so he thought he would kind of go back to somebody whom he had passion with, but didn't appreciate back then, and see if I was interested in fulfilling his passion while he has this other relationship. And then the more we talked, he's like, yeah, we're living together. I'm like, really? You're actually living with somebody? Because this isn't somebody who is the typical person to live with somebody, let's just say. And so that was a total shock. And then he says, I'm engaged to her. When I said, are you going to get married again? And he's like, well, yeah, I've already proposed, but she doesn't want to get married. She just wants the ring. Yeah, that's not really how it works. And I started laughing quite a bit. And he, of course, was in shock and surprised that I wasn't interested in his offer to be his fling because he needs passion, but yet he loves his partner. And I'm like, why haven't you talked to your partner about that? And he's like, well, I've said it a couple times, but I don't want to really bother her and talk about it too much. But remember the passion we had? I thought we were really good together. And I just cracked up. I really did. And when he realized my interest was not going to be reciprocated, he literally tuck and rolled so fast, quickly, did pay for the tab, ran out the door. I still had a half a glass of bubbles to finish. And I thought, well, I'll just finish my drink. And then two other ladies ended up sitting up at the bar and ended up having a really great evening chatting with random new people compared to this person in my past. But the reason I bring this up is one, I later had to stop and process and shake my head trying to think, did he just ask me to have an affair? Did he ask me to be his side girl? Like, what the heck? Why would anyone accept that invitation? And I said to him, I said, are you asking a lot of other women this? Like, is this something you're going around to all these different women you've known before? And he's like, well, there was just one other, but she understood the situation. And I was like, okay, I know people cheat. I know we get distracted. I know there's lots of other tantalizing options out there, but this guy really thought that I had never gotten over him, that I was happy to be chiseled into this little slice of his life and be a secret to be fulfilled. And I was thinking about this like, one, men, don't ever do that to a woman. Don't ever bait and switch that you want to catch up, but really all you want to know is if you're going to get laid or not. And don't treat a woman that that's all she's worth. I am worth a whole lot more. And I was just being friendly to, connect with somebody I've known before. I tend to keep those doors open. And so I am curious, have you ever asked somebody in such a direct way if they could fulfill the passion you're not having in your relationship, but yet that's all you're going to offer them? There's no additional relationship value in this. Do you think you're that great of a lover that you could sway somebody that way? which I have to say he did ask, and I had to giggle again. What is it about people that think somebody is going to take their crumbs? Like, why would you offer your crumbs to somebody? Why would you expect somebody to want your crumbs? So if you are a man, don't ever think that somebody is worth just so little. If you're going to be intimate, intimacy is beautiful. It's special, whether it's short term or long term. People don't really want to be your crumbs. And women, what would you have done? Would you have started laughing? Would you get upset? Would you throw the drink in their face? I was just so surprised. I really have to admit that was a new one for me. And I really just want to know, what would you do if this happened to you? Make the comments below and let me know. We got to, have these fun and interesting conversations about why dating gets so messed up when people forget to value the other person or even value themselves. I am Jacqueline, and I am going to continue this conversation with you.